Hello water signs, Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me. This reading is going to be for Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio concerning the current planetary influences, but in particular Mercury that's gone retrograde on the 18th, and it will be retrograde right up until the 12th of July. So what that means is, Mercury is the planet of the mind and communication. So when it's appearing to go backwards in the heavens, it actually affects all of us to a greater or a lesser degree. So what that means is that it's not really a good idea to make any major decisions during this time. For example, any signing any agreements, making any major life-changing decisions, because of it, the Mercury retrograde can create delays. It can create confusion and create complexities. So, and also, so far as communication is concerned, we have to be more measured in how we reply or respond to communication coming in, because it will be we will get triggered more easily, so we may react defensively to communication, as opposed to another time we may take our time and respond appropriately. So double check on travel plans also, because of delays, unexpected delays. All right, so there's just some of the influences of Mercury retrograde. You will find that I'm finding it more difficult with my communication, because I do find I'm particularly sensitive to this planet when it goes retrograde. But anyway, I've done a pre-shuffle with the Angel Tarot, so I'll just do a final shuffle. Okay, cut the cards. Let's see what the energies have to say to us. So we have current energy, challenges, outcome, message from spirit, and message from the universe. These are the earth magic cards that I've already shuffled. So we just do a final shuffle with these. And these will add just a little bit of an extra depth to the messages. So water signs, your current energy, we've got the Three of Earth. Now this is about creativity, working with others, having recognition perhaps for very high quality work, being a team player, so working with others to create something really quite fantastic. So it's a power of creativity, the Three of Earth. So obviously about work, career, what we do in our day-to-day lives, whether it be working from home or actually going into work now. But there's a recognition here for very high quality work that's being produced by yourself in collaboration with others. And then we have the rain card, which is about purification. And we know when we have a heavy rain storm, it washes away the surface debris in the land, doesn't it? If we have a shower, it washes away the dirt from our skin, if you like, the grime from our skin. So current energy is working hard, creating something quite wonderful, high quality work, and also purification, so getting rid of that which is no longer purposeful for us, so getting rid of what we don't need anymore, ready for creating something brand new. So that lovely energies. water signs. So what are the challenges? Well, we have the 9 of Earth now. So this is all about work and career, I feel. So the 9 of Earth is about, this is the independent woman. But it doesn't have to be gender specific. But it's the independent person card. Just I always call it the independent woman. But it's about enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. But there are challenges within this at this time for you. It'll mean something different for all of you water signs. And then we have the tsunami, which is the wake-up call. And this is when we've got to get ready for a flood coming in, a flood of something. It doesn't have to be negative, but it's certainly going to be a massive amount of something coming in. So with the tsunami, we have to heed the warning signs, don't we? If we're on the beach and a huge wave is gathering, then the beach, the water will retreat from the beach as the wave gathers. So we know then to go to higher ground so we don't get washed away. So with this tsunami, this is a wake-up call about there is a flood of something on the way. And this is a challenge for you, and it's to do with your self-employment. It's to do with your independence and your work. And this card also said about spending quiet time alone. So it's to do with all those energies, water signs. All right, so these are the challenges for you. In the outcome position, we have a major arcana, and this is about awakening. This would be the Hangman in ordinary tarot, Archangel Gabriel. So this is about looking at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill, but it's important to be yourself, and it's about awakening up to that fact about, trusting in yourself, valuing your perspective, but also trying to look at things from differing perspectives. But things are temporarily at a standstill at this time. But carry on. It's important to carry on and be yourself. And yes, here we have the wolf, the instinct. This is the lone wolf. And the lone wolf instinctively knows when to leave the pack and go off alone, whether it's looking for something to eat, for prey, whether it's making sure that the pack's boundaries are safe and protected and there's no other packs of wolves around. Well, whatever it is, the wolf uses his instinct. And this is saying that there's some form of an instinct within you that is growing stronger, water signs. Something is awakening within you. And then a message from Spirit, we have the 5 of Air, which is the 5 of Swords. And this is saying something about an unwise choice. So learn what you can from this situation, but there's a need to review everybody's motives. So we can see the unicorn here, but there's a group behind them that look like they're gossiping. All right. And so this unicorn is having to turn away from the gossips. So it could be that the unwise choice is about perhaps listening to what others have said that didn't serve you, that weren't meaningful for you, with just their opinions. Because we have had the perspective card, haven't we, about different perspectives, and also the tsunami wake-up call. Sorry, let me just turn my phone down. The message is coming through. All right, so the 5 of Swords, review everybody's motives. Yes, and we've got the cave, the sanctuary, and with a lot of us, we've been in lockdown, haven't we? We've been in isolation. And we see the man in his cave writing on the walls of his cave, writing his story, but he's safe, he's in his sanctuary, and he's occupying himself by writing down what's happened throughout the day. So this is about being in your sanctuary, this by yourself, perhaps in isolation, and just as a clarification for this 5 of Air about reviewing everybody's motives, and learning what you can from this situation. Now, it'll mean something different for each one of you water signs, so just take it as it resonates. You will know what it means for you. If it doesn't resonate at all, then it's not a reading for yourself, water signs. But remember, this is in recognition of the influences of Mercury retrograde at the moment. Now, a bit of advice from the universe is the Ten of Earth. That is the Ten of Pentacles, and it talks about a very happy family life, financial security, and finding the magic in the little things in life. And then a clarifier for that is the ocean, ebb and flow. So this is about going with the flow. The ocean ebbs and the ocean flows. It cannot do anything other than do that. It's guided. It reacts to the energy of the moon. And so with this Mercury retrograde, what's important is we just go with the flow. Don't try to fight it. To clarify for the Ten of Earth, which is a really, really positive financial and abundant card in the deck, very happy family life, financial security, and finding magic and little things in life. So go with the flow. It's the ebb and the flow. Sometimes we just have to go with that, about what's coming in. So I just want to... Right. So this is the Fairy Oracle. So if we could have just some more information, please, for the water signs, Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio, concerning planetary influence, but in particular Mercury, that is retrograde from the 18th of June right through to the 12th of July. So what else can the energies tell the water signs at this time? Well, an overall energy we have is Neris the Alchemist, and this is about turning your back on what's gone before, learning from the experiences of the past, but now setting your sights on where you're going and the changes that are coming in for you, water signs, and where you're heading. You won't look back. Things are going to change and change for good, but in a very, very positive way. All right, so you're just looking forward to the changes that are coming in. And then we have Solus the Sun, the most positive card in the deck, throwing light on where we're going and how we're going forward. The sun brings in energy. It's a creative energy. It brings new life and new beginnings. So beautiful, very fiery energy also. And then we have Laguna, which is the fairy queen. She's half frog, half fairy, and she's on the toadstool and she's ready to go forward. She's waiting and ready for a brand new adventure. She doesn't mind where she lands. If she lands in the damp leaves, the frog part of her is quite happy with that. If she lands in the trees, in the flowers, then the fairy part of it is quite happy to do that. So this is about getting ready for taking that leap of faith. And then the spirit dancer, this is you dancing your dance and nobody else's, water signs. Be yourself, be your authentic self. Dance your dance, come away from the crowd, just as the Five of Air, the Five of Swords said to do. Don't listen to other people advising you on their way of doing things. You must do your own way, your own dance. Be your authentic self. Spirit dancer. Beautiful. Lovely card to end on. I'm going to leave it there, water signs. These are all the influences now of Mercury retrograde, and because of we've also for quite a while now had other major planets retrograde, which are Pluto, Jupiter, Venus and Saturn. So they're bringing things to the surface that we're having to face and having to deal with. If you've enjoyed this reading, if you could please press the subscribe button for me. That means that you will then receive any future notifications when I put new readings out. It's free to subscribe. But please do join me again, water signs, going forward. Take care now. Bye-bye.